Welcome back everyone, I'm your manager A, and this is Lobotomy Corporation. I hope this works, because if not, I don't really have a solution for this suppression if this doesn't work. I didn't bother doing retry or anything, so it's still the same setup, so what's up here is the new abnormality. But what we're going to do is we're going to send Diose into the shelter from the 25th of March. You're probably going to guess what exactly is going to happen next. I want to destroy everything here. What is there left for me? One who failed to protect. So for those who don't remember, the way the shelter works is you're supposed to be 100% completely safe. And while you're in there, you will be healed constantly. But if you stay there for too long, the kill-off counter of various chambers will be reduced. And eventually it becomes so frequent it just literally creates chaos all over the place, leaving the shelter the safest place on Earth. So we're not going to defeat the Red Mist. We're going to have all the abnormalities do it for us, which will also give us an opportunity to see what all the abnormalities can do. Now, as far as like if you want to fight this thing legitimately, needless to say, phase 1 she starts with Red Eye and Penitence. She will occasionally pull out the Gold Rush Fist and do a charging attack, and the little portals will appear in the hallways, and she'll essentially dash down those hallways with the Gold Rush and do about like 200 red damage to anything she tramples through. And then she'll stop in one of these main chambers and rest for a bit. Now you might think get her to 0 HP, but that's not really true. You have to get her to 0 HP 3 times. Every time you do it, she goes to a new phase. Right now she has Red Eye and Penitence. She'll eventually switch to two other weapons and start throwing spears from the Burrowing Heaven that will do massive damage in a straight line through multiple rooms, as well as still doing the charging thing with the fist. She will also eventually, in her final phase, the third time, she will be wielding LF tier weapons and start just wrecking shit. This fight is very much possible, but it takes a long time and it gets very, very brutal. It's very hard to do this without having any casualties. And since I have so many clerks and stuff, and there's the Mountain of Smiling Bodies and the Heroic Monk, it would just be really difficult for this particular setup to actually fight this thing legitimately. I keep saying thing, it's actually Gabura. There's also the matter I would have to keep an eye on White Knight, an eye on the Parasite Tree, and it would just be bad. Now the good news is you don't actually have to do any work. You don't have to worry about energy or kill off meltdowns and stuff. It's just the fact that our build right now, as far as what abnormalities we have active right now, don't really do very well in combat situations. Because every time there's death, the Mountain of Smiling Bodies and the Heroic Monk will become more and more active. And in the case of the Mountain of Smiling Bodies, every body it eats makes it become stronger and stronger, and it just becomes a problem. And then there's a whole matter of White Knight with the time limit. It just gets bad. So, with all that said and done, let's begin. I'm not weak like I used to be. I can now replace any body part and recover from any injury. What is there left for me? The one who failed to protect, and we already know about that one. Now, I have it right now fast forward. 1 second. I have returned Red Mist that has something about pain. I have it fast forward right now. Bad news is we do have Silent Orchestra, which will trigger. And when Silent Orchestra triggers, it's going to switch my speed to normal, which is going to make this take even longer. Alright. You out. That's weak. Let me show you how to handle the EGOs. How dare you think you can stop me, weaklings? What is there left for me? I've returned the Red Mist that has walked out from pain. Okay. The frame rate is dying. There we go. They're fighting each other now. Now what's funny is since we had a breakout, the Queen of Hatred actually was out to help us, which now that's changed because everyone's died. So yeah, a little bit of a chaos thing going on here. So yeah, generally the best way of dealing with red mist is if you have blue star here. Blue star does white damage throughout the entire facility and will just constantly do kills. Wow, nice work. Look at that. Yeah. It goes a little bit faster because we also have pale damage constantly going out with every pulse of White Knight. But yeah, we're just gradually doing a little bit of damage to it. Everything kind of got blown to pieces, unfortunately. Alright, I was a little bit worried about Parasite Tree because I was afraid that it was going to call Diose. In fact, if I let her out now, she would be immediately called. So we're just going to hang out here and let things happen, kind of watch what's going on. You can see the damage, see the death beam. Puppy didn't do so well. And then there's this thing. If you're watching it, it keeps it from doing anything, but then it'll kind of teleport around. Alright, so now we got Silent Orchestra active. Now everything has slowed down. Not much we can do about it. It will do AoE damage, but it has to be in the right place, and it is unfortunately not in the right place. We got the Dimensional Refraction variant kind of moving around too. So it's going to go chomping bits, and then it's going to go and find some bodies to eat. Wiped you out. Oh, nope, you're still alive. Yeah, so each of these rings, the further in you are, the more white damage you take. So good news is, some of the units got to here now. We got censored here, duking it out. Damage. Oh, and here it is. Red Fist. Oh. So that message just said, I do not trust you to do time, and that's because of White Knight. I can't pause. So I couldn't actually see what was going on. Okay, you're down there. Down here? Okay, here's Red Mist. 40 pale. There's the 40 pale damage. So yeah, unfortunately the finale ended just then. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't show off her dashing through everything. Looks like they're fighting amongst themselves again. So really, it's just White Knight and Blue Star doing their thing. Heroic Monk is active. There you are. That's Heroic Monk, by the way. Got the beads and stuff. So it's essentially the monk if you became a demon. Looks like you're gonna duke it out with Porcupus. Nope, didn't want anything to do with Porcupus. Funny enough, Porcupus should be immune to all damage that's outside of its attack range, but apparently it's not immune to that. So that moves me to, okay, back in the center. Okay, Going all Sonic the Hedgehog. And Pulse. Seems to fade out once it gets to about here. I wonder if there's an actual range for the White Knight Pulse. Oh no, Puppy got out! Oh, poor Puppy. Right just when this happened. Oh, that's gonna... Hey, it survived. It's not gonna survive for very much longer, but it survived. Blue Star is almost defeated. Okay, this is what this thing does. It sends out moths and stuff. That's kinda cool. White Knight has taken no damage. I unfortunately can't see the immunities right now. Gotta wait for this thing to finish. These minions and stuff will get back up after it gets big. If they hit 0 and get hit with a pulse, they just get back up. Red Mist is at half HP, which means for phase 1. We're not even at phase 2 yet. There's the finale. Bye. Oh look. And there's this guy, Forsaken Murderer. Alright, so looking at this, yeah, it gets healed by white damage. So Blue Star is actually healing this thing over and over again. And is resistant to everything else. So chances are we're never going to kill White Knight. If we're lucky, we can try to, but it's just not going to happen. Blue Star has been defeated. There is, I think, some text if you send the Rabbit team against the Red Mist. Because to say they will not beat the Red Mist, at least not by themselves. And Piper here is completely immune. And Piper is supposed to be the one that you're supposed to send to one sin to essentially insta-kill White Knights, but we don't have one sin because of the glitch. So we got that going for us. So yeah, I could try to see if I can defeat White Knight with the Rabbit team. That is an option. I don't think it'll happen. Just can't do enough damage. Just getting blasted. This thing got back to normal somehow. And we got this thing, which is not going to get anywhere. Oh! So yeah, here's the portals. And charge. And it goes here, stops here, and starts resting. I'm gonna put a break right here. Be right back. Okay. Putting these breaks in, just so it's a little bit easier for me to edit. I might fast forward some of this stuff. We'll see. I like that red pulse here. Wow. This thing's not even wounded. And the thing about the Rabbit team is they do all types of damage, and they switch damage types every time they reload their guns, which means 1/4 of the time they'll be healing this thing rather than hurting it. So it's not something that's really viable to kill, use to kill. Unfortunately, White Knight is in the worst position. I was kind of hoping that would be more in the center, that way things can come and go and fight it, but really nothing wants to duke it out. And yeah, the Burrowing Heaven's weird. Like, it literally just does a bunch of stuff off-screen. And looks like the Mountain of Smiling Bodies has been picking up some, is completely maxed out as far as, bodies are concerned. And there's Void Dream. Screech and all that good stuff. Alright, looks like the Mountain Smiling Bodies died once, but you have to go through all of its bodies at this point. Fortunately, it's going to run out of corpses, so it's not going to matter much. Once it's out of corpses, it's going to be literally... kind of useless. Yeah, it's kind of just going through and grabbing all the bodies. Well, at least it's self-cleaning. Full corpses again. You're not gonna get anywhere. Oop. Dash. Oh, magic. Jump. Even maxed out, this thing just takes hits rather well. Yeah, they get hung up on these invincible minions. Just don't get anywhere. I've heard that Melting Love is the only thing that can possibly take on White Knight. And that's mainly because the red damage gets healed by red damage, so anytime it does any of those kill hits, it will pretty much just heal it a bunch. But it has to reach it, and that's the problem. Alright, we're about to hit the next phase. Got a little while to go though. I want to destroy everything here. Yeah, and the mountain smiling bodies is just kind of getting distracted at this point. And this thing here, Amelia. Can't see its health bar. But yeah, every time it does that chop there is like an instant death, I believe. And it just heals her back to full. Problem is I think after she fights this thing, she's gonna turn around, and then she's not gonna get. If she can get down here, she could potentially beat White Knight, but they'll be against the damage of Blue Star. Oh, hello. Stop me, weaklings. I have returned. The mist has walked out from pain. All right, you're dashing. Oh, what chamber are you gonna be in? You're gonna be in this chamber. Oh, you're dashing through that chamber. Where are you gonna end up? Oh, you're down here. Here you are. Now notice that she is now using, well, she's using two eco weapons. One of them is the scythe from Da Capo, and the other one is a weapon we haven't encountered. She's taking up a bunch of pale damage here, so this is actually really good for her. Red Mist is currently weak against black damage. Let's go, partner. Oh. And then she dashes to a new location. Alright, she is now... There were things that cannot be forgotten. She's fighting up here now. The movement of... Yeah, so what she's usually saying is her weapons that she's switching to. Toxic hatred destroys me and makes me open my eyes again. Yeah, unfortunately... Yeah, Melting Love got turned around. It's unfortunate. If there's any chance of killing White Knight without causing massive headaches, it would be right now. There'll be nothing. There were things that cannot be forgotten. And Melting Love's going the opposite direction. She ain't gonna reach there anytime soon. I want to destroy everything. I'm kind of zooming out just so I can see if there's any new text. Got to go. Throws that down here. And she teleports there. You're gonna go chomp on it? No. Unfortunately, there's no way at this rank strength it's not gonna do much. White Knight is down for the moment. That'll change eventually. Alright. Oh, Red Mist gets to say hello to you. Yep, throws the spear that goes straight out. Yeah. Does a bunch of black damage. Oh, you got another... Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, the Mountain Smiling Bodies kind of just wanders. It doesn't actually stick around usually. It's always trying to find more corpses. Yeah. Silent Orchestra is got different immunities. Yeah, say 200 damage there. It's right. At the time it was vulnerable to black. Now it's vulnerable to white. So now the scythe is actually doing damage. See, she is. She does some damage. Oh, and now movement 4, so it's not gonna really get anywhere. Yeah, it's vulnerable to red right now. Okay, she made it down here. Question is can she stay alive? They're doing pale damage, so probably not. Yeah, pale damage, it's not gonna... She just won't be able to do it. Yeah, and it looks like they just ignore White Knight entirely. So yeah, it's not doing so well. Sun Orchestra's back. Blue Star's back. Almost done with phase 2. Yeah. They almost took on Joshua. She was just too weak from pale damage. Everything in there did pale damage. Sensor's just not getting anywhere. Fortunately, I can't look at stats when the stupid curtains are around. There we go. Should be hitting next phase soon. To protect. Nice damage. Oh, and here it is. She's now using... Yeah. She's using Mountain of Smiling Bodies and whatever that weapon is. And it shoots shockwaves. So final phase. Give me a moment. Alright. Judgment is the weapon, I believe. She's kind of just hanging around. Unless some things can stay warm even through the cold. Nice. That hammer hammer is no joke. And her stats change with each phase. She's now super resistant to black. Only taking about 20% damage. Justice does pale damage. So she's actually doing damage on the first phase. Now it's vulnerable to black, so her hammer actually does stuff. We're supposed to. There it goes. Nice damage. Holy cow. Now I don't think... Yeah, now she won't be able to do any damage. Throws the spear. She's doing pale and black, so she's not going to be able to kill this thing unless she switches damage types. Wait, what's down here? Okay, for a second I thought the White Knight was actually taking some damage. That was not happening though. Not much else to see everywhere else, unfortunately. Occasionally see the Queen of Hatred putting up a good fight. Need Red Mist to move down here to the bottom right. That'll speed things up a lot and give her the potential to possibly kill the thing. Yeah, resistant to pale, take some black damage. Right now she is normal damage from red and white, resistant to pale, resistant to black. Oh yeah, Forsaken Murderer. Here's Forsaken Murderer. Let that thing go. Versus these two, and they ignore each other. Duking it out up there. Alright, Mountain Smiling Bodies is down. I wonder if the Abnormality bodies count. Because I have noticed the Mountain Smiling Bodies does get eventually big. If that's happening. Oh, okay, you didn't move. You're just over there for some reason. And Burrowing Heaven. Won't do anything. Unfortunately, it's just they keep getting drawn to the center here and not anywhere else. And it's a lot slower now because pale damage doesn't do that much to her anymore. Which would make it great if she would teleport down here. Try to kill White Knight. But like I said, it's pretty unlikely to get White Knight this way. Easiest way to get White Knight is to get White Knight to spawn in like this column up here. Oh, she's going. Yep, she's dashing through right now. Yep, going through that. That. And she's over here now. But yeah, if you have White Knight spawn in this middle column here, and then have the green Midnight Ordeal shooting a laser straight up at it, that's one way to definitely do some damage to it. That's a really painful setup because literally you have to get to midnight and hope you get green, which is a 1 in 3 chance. There's green, purple, and orange. There is no red midnight, thankfully. So it's just, it works really well if you can get the setup, but other than that, you would have to get through the entire day to do it. I think this would be doable if I didn't have Blue Star and I didn't have Silent Knight. Like, the only reason why I'm not even attempting to kill freaking White Knight is because of Silent Orchestra. Because Silent Orchestra would literally kill my day because it would drain all my boxes away. And then it's just kind of all downhill from there. Luckily, the white damage makes us go a little bit faster because it's not resistant. She's not resistant to it right now. Nice. Did some damage. It's not gonna last very long though. Alright. One moment. Monsters kill people. Okay. Every phase it has different new messages. Some things can stay warm even through the cold. We already read that one. There's one about monsters that came by. Right now she's repeating the same thing. I want to destroy everything. That's from phase 1. Let me show you how to use DGOs. Monsters kill people. There is no end to this sin, and I have something. Almost got all of it. Monsters kill people, and I have descended to bring upon the reckoning. There you go. Alright, half a health bar left. Yeah, the thing that kind of makes, if you're fighting hard normally, obviously you don't have to worry too much about abnormalities, unless of course they're based off a timer like White Knight. The thing about the Red Mist is it has those charging attacks, and it has just a lot of attacks that do lots of damage that you pretty much have to physically avoid to have any chance of surviving. And that includes things like that Spirit throws, and then the Scythe that she also throws. It's just really hard to juggle all the characters you need to take her down quickly. There's a video of her being beaten by a bunch of characters that have just base weapons and stuff. It's pretty amazing, but it's just not something I'm that experienced or proficient in doing. That, and I really just wanted to do this just to show off a bunch of abnormalities fighting each other. Unfortunately, White Knight kind of rules supreme here. Yep, there's the spear throw. Did a few ticks of damage. God, that dimensional refraction variant actually got some work done. And it's gone. Alright, you're gonna take me down here again. Oh, and she is dashing. Where are you going? Not to the room I want you to go in, apparently. She's down here now. And this person can't attack or anything like that. Like I said, he is actually kinda just immune to everything. Actually, I think it's a she. I don't remember. Just gotta make sure I don't click on this, or else I might be in trouble. I mean, all that will really happen is I'll be called to the parasite tree, and then I would be called to the shoes. Yeah, I'd probably be called to the shoes, and then I would have to break free from the shoes and try to get back into the shelter before I get controlled again. I don't remember what this thing does. Not that it matters. Oh. Aw, you had the chance, Queen of Hatred. Could have turned around and blasted her for a bunch of black damage that would have done like 20%. That's okay. Yay, finale. And we're back. Yeah, the thing is, the shelter is activating so often now that it literally yeah, okay, it's gonna go. Yep, there it goes. No time at all. Now, what's funny is since there's literally only one living, quote-unquote living employee left, which is Piper, she ends up being the target for the Scorch Girl, but Scorch Girl has 0 chance of reaching her before getting destroyed. You teleported. You're gonna... Nope, you're just gonna hang out down there? Okay. No one wants to mess with the red mist, which I guess is understandable. She is no joke. She wrecked Abnormalities when she was still human. Don't fight each other, fight White Knight. Yeah, at this point. Unless the others actually make their way to this chamber, it's gonna be just White Knight and Blue Star ticks. Speaking of, Star should be activating eventually. Let the damage slow down a bit. So right now we're just doing nothing but pale damage, which doesn't do anything. Just need to get Star to activate, which for some reason... Also, Punishing Bird is never activated. I mean, Punishing Bird wouldn't be able to do anything. I'm guessing it's, I guess, immune? I don't know. Alright, give me a moment. At this point, I'm probably going to be fast forward. There's nothing I can do. She doesn't die, she just goes to sleep. Almost done. Don't worry. Alright, we got White Knight triggering again, so that's why the damage is kicking up again. Oh, I think White Knight also keeps me from fast forwarding. I like how it's in Japanese. Not a hostile object. Alright, whatever. Oh, we're not even done yet. Alright. I guess there's even more. She threw her fist. Goes dashing through everything. Yeah. So the weapon she's using is from a particular combination of abnormalities that we have yet to trigger. She gets tired after her dash, but needless to say her dash does tons of damage. She is weak to everything. She's getting wrecked a bit. Throws the fist, goes dash. So at this point she just kind of just dashes through everything like crazy. Oh look, the punishment does escape, it just doesn't get very far. The path is too far, I have too far to go. My heart is pulsing with anger, but I haven't. Too far, the heart is pulsing with anger, but I have to keep going. She just, pretty much you have to catch her. Like, imagine I have to, like, you know, you have your posse of employees just running around trying to catch her. They can do some damage. You can't just hang around anywhere because the hallways are not safe. The only places that are safe are the elevators. There's a red mist over there. Oh, brutal. Oh, there it is. The end. Rank F got 1 point. Suppressed core of Gabora, Claire. Lost 6 people. 2 survived. That's one more than I expected. Skip to next day. And mini skins yelled only one word, manager. Why do you have that look on your face? Do you think I'm a thief or something? I just didn't expect to see you here. Well, to be honest, I knew you would come here eventually. But I didn't expect to see you so soon. You had a sour expression at that time, but you actually liked me, didn't you? What the hell? You know, I have no idea about the lives of people from the back alley or about their pain. Maybe I have been living a richer yet cowardly life compared to them. So I always felt ashamed of everything, even to a small ray of sunlight. It wasn't hard all the time. I know it must have been a hard decision to come here, so thank you. Sooner or later, we will have unexpected troubles here. There are just too many problems to solve in a peaceful way. The actual reason I talked to you on that day out of all the other people was about something rather trivial. What was it? To be honest, I thought I could barter with you for cheaper prices. I made the wrong choice. I'll be going back now. Hear me out. I saw you pay for the funeral expenses for an old lady you didn't even know. I really admired your kindness, and I even looked forward to it. Unburied bodies might cause the infestation of mice all over the back alley, and I just wanted to repay her for the food she's given me. Get it? I have never been close to being kind in my entire life. Why do you keep smiling? I'm just satisfied with myself for having great discernment in my choice. She was right. Carmen had a sharp eye for people. The tale of how she built her reputation could fill a chronicle, and then some. But Carmen was too wrapped up with taking care of others that she didn't take good care of herself. We were so happy together back then, that it is almost cruel to recall those memories. We were flying towards a limitless world that seemed to never end. By the way, who's the guy glaring at me? That's A. He just always looks like that. I beg you, please protect the people here. I can trust you on this. From the past to the present, abnormalities have wandered around the facility and killed numerous people. Despite my reputation, there are too many things I couldn't save. My entire life was far from justified. I wouldn't have such a strong connection with the back alley if I had just stayed in the nest. It was a place where there was no need for justice, morality, or other things like those. If you'd never been there before, I wouldn't know about it. What agony the people there have lived through. How unfair the lives of the people who lived there must have been. What I learned was how to survive this miserable existence. Carmen told me she wouldn't give up on anyone, including the people like us. She also told us that the weak with willing spirits could also possess enough power to cut heads. What an absurd and ridiculous story. Why didn't I just keep on going? I'm not smart enough for these complicated calculations. I couldn't even write a coherent argument. The only thing I was able to do was draw my sword against the enemy who was in the way. I was only about protecting myself to survive. But on that day, I never felt prouder of myself that I could protect others. But I wasn't able to protect anyone, which cut me deeply. I was full of anger, which caused me to lose my mind. In the end, though, I managed to protect someone. Okay. Even the others survived because of me. I thought I had lost Carmen's will forever. But after it all, something led me here, right? I feel like I can breathe a little now. We wake up with that moment when our breaths stopped lodged into us like fragments. Sadly, I woke up with only having rage left in my heart against abnormalities. You miss her, don't you? I do too. I don't think she can ever come back. I don't think I can ever see her fearless smile on her face again, which made people like me follow her. The light that overflowed from her face that you just wanted to hold with both hands. But my will and promise will always be eternal. It'll be a place where she can live on even after death. If you also remember, then please tell me. The present that she left to us. Courage to defend. We're at 60% now. It's been a while since we've been able to get a seed of light. Thankfully you've been collecting energy ever since your very first day here, never missing a single day. My role is to encourage you and to collect the proper amount of energy each day by using the carrot and stick method. I think we've done this already. Yeah, we've done this one. Alright. We will stick with the extraction team for now. for those who are wondering about that trick using the shelter and using the abnormalities to do the damage, that is the only meltdown I'll be able to cheese. Everything else is impossible to cheese that way. I mean, you can still, there's a few tricks you can still do with the shelter where you, if it's in a good position, you can like enter it and exit it over and over again to kind of stay protected against things like the pulses. But as far as like just sitting there and camping, that Gabora's core suppression was the only one you could do it on. There are other boss fights, and those boss fights have actual requirements where you actually have to do work while fighting. So that's why I went ahead and did it. That, and I really just wanted to see a bunch of abnormalities beat each other up. Anyway, maximum number of ego production increased by 1, up to max 5. Relevant department won't be influenced by kill-off meltdown. Alright. So, first we have a new abnormality. Looks like an LF. It has the shape of a human, but is surely not one. At a certain period of time, it devours an employee and wears the skin. During that process, that the bone structure and organs are made a mess, so it takes a strange form. I think we have nothing here. But, more importantly, we can now get additional EGOs. So now I can get another one of these, another one of those. I technically can grab more of these, which I can't do right now. I can grab another one of those. Technically I can grab another one of these. Not that I really need it. Some more of those. Can't do anything with that yet. Grab another one of those. Can't do anything with that. Technically can grab another buzzsaw if I want it. Grab one of those. So anything that's not at 5 already, I can grab some more stuff out of. And up here, another one of those and those. These. Those. Needless to say, we have plenty of weapons now. More than we'll ever need. I have enough to grab that one, but that's okay. And then some more puppies, more cannons, and yeah, needless to say, I have tons of stuff I can work with now. So I can do this suffer core suppression here now. I have to get to kill off meltdown level 8, which means there's a chance I'll be fighting a midnight, and then you have to have the energy, and then the abnormality detected while receiving damage. Or sorry, anomaly detected while receiving damage. Essentially what that means is it will manipulate how vulnerable we are to damage. It's kind of got some neat mechanic to it. I do know how it works. I also know, I believe the reward for this one is there's a chance on death that you don't die, which would be nice. But in any case, I'm just going to grab some people right now. Something like this for now, just to kind of get things going. We got 2 abnormalities we still need to sift through, so we're going to be a bit busy. So, let's hit start. Here it is. Nothing there. Or nothing here, rather. So this thing could be pretty brutal. We also have, yeah, so we need to go through this and get its weapon. The weapon, the one that was like a big sword that was like made out of like red flesh and stuff, I believe that is what you get from this thing. But yeah, good news is we have a shit ton of LF tier equipment now, and wall equipment. We pretty much have more than enough to equip what we need. So we kind of got that to look forward to. I will probably I'm probably going to go do a normal day first to kind of get as much stuff taken care of as possible and get all that information. And then move on to doing the meltdown here. And hopefully we can knock that out. I mean, my goal is probably to take care of this one as best as possible, and of course try to unlock as many unknown abnormalities as possible until we reach the point where we need to deal with Binah. Because dealing with Binah, I'm probably going to have to restart at that point. But this has gone on way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a video. I'm the Depressed Dealer. This was Lobotomy Corporation. See you guys later.